Hello and welcome. So, last week I damaged my right big toe's nail. Badly. I will spare you the gory details and the graphic photos. Suffice to say, I was off my bikes for a bit. So, what does an injured and, frankly, impatient cyclist do? Well, I did the smart thing and I tended to my wounded toe for 4 days. Now, I couldn't wear shoes the first couple of days, and my form-fitting cycling shoes were completely out of the question. But as I said, I am impatient. I admit it. So, when I was able to wear comfy sneakers, I immediately wanted to go riding. And this is where my hyper-urban comes into the story. To the rescue, you might say. By way of explanation, for the first half of 2021, I had crippling back pain, since remedied. Man, I was so discouraged by being unable to ride, much less walk most days. But on days when I felt not too horrible, I went for short 2 or 3 mile rides on my urban. Okay, that may not sound like much, but wow, it did wonders for my attitude. And the thing is, the urban's geometry and upright riding position made those short rides possible. It also has flat pedals, unlike my indoor training bike and my other road bikes. So, off I went. Was it smart to ride 5 days after injuring myself? Well, probably not. I mean, I was still limping around the house, applying a bag of frozen peas to it at night, and taking extra strength Tylenol on a regular basis. Hey, I never claimed to be a genius. But you know what? It was fun despite the discomfort. I really was happy to get out riding again. And this ride, it was only a little bit more than 8 miles long. Even so, it really lifted my spirits. The route included a few laps around the Pittston fairground for some gravel fun. I figured it was also a chance to give the bike's Continental Race Tour tires a workout. Plus, there was no vehicular traffic to deal with, at least for a while. For well under $200 and with just minor upgrades, this has been a really darn good bike. And it's kind of a shame that I only ride it when I'm injured. Poor old thing. The allure of my newest drop bar road bike, a Trek Domani AL3, is very strong, and the vast majority of my road rides are on it. But you know, I think in the future, I will make it a point to ride the urban at least once a week. Maybe on a rail trail after church on Sundays, because I'll be in the neighborhood. Just to keep things lubed up, of course, not because the bike gets lonely. At any rate, I'm sure somebody somewhere is questioning my judgment in riding while injured. Fair enough. I will freely admit that this is probably not my best idea ever. In fact, by the end of my ride, my toe was throbbing so much, it was like it was singing the aria from Carmen. So no, it was not helping the healing process. But you know what? I would do it again. And if you want to, you can write this up to a combination of impatience, boredom, and good old-fashioned male stubbornness. As I have said before, I think the Hyper-Urban is an underrated and largely unappreciated bike. It is good in stock form, especially for the $174 price back when I bought it. But you know, with a few simple upgrades, the Urban is capable of hitting well above its weight class. If you want to learn more about the Hyper-Urban, I've got a link to a playlist lower left, and there's a link to the Domani AL3, lower right. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.